Well, hello there, Internet. This is Chris, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have a Cry of Fear video today or not. You'll actually know, because if I do, it's going up with this, and if I don't, then this is the only video you'll get today. So, there's that. I just wanted to do a quick review of Deadlight on Xbox Live Arcade, because I played it, and because horror games are kind of my shtick in so much as I have a shtick. I guess horror games would be it. So it kind of falls under my repartee, I guess. So I beat it this weekend. And so what did I think about it? It's okay. I mean, that's kind of the worst praise you can give a game, is just it's okay. I played the demo, and the demo is very good. The demo is very good. And if the rest of the game could have kept up that kind of momentum that the demo had, it would have been quite good. It's kind of like a latter day Prince of Persia or Flashback or a 2D Mirror's Edge kind of thing with the way it's played. A lot of running and some crazy parkour style antics. The one thing that I thought was kind of a bummer is that the controls almost get in the way of the game sometimes. They're a little clunky in places. For the most part, they're perfectly passable, and they don't serve any problems. But every once in a while, you'll try to do something, and the controls will just fall completely flat. This happened to me a lot during the last part of the game, because you're doing a lot of just split-second timing things, and you don't have much time to compensate for when the controls go wacky. And that does happen a few times, which is kind of a bummer. The thing I like the best about the game is the atmosphere that it creates, because the entire time I was playing this game, this is kind of a weird segue, but the entire time I was playing the game, I could only think about how completely perfect the game would be on the 3DS. You got lots of things going on in the background, lots of things going on in the foreground, and you're kind of stuck in the middle. It's a 2.5D platformer. It'd be perfect for the 3DS. So it's kind of weird on the Xbox, but whatever. What else do I want to say? I'm kind of damning it with faint praise, which is, I guess, totally what I'm doing. The game was, if I'm not mistaken, done by where the heck were they from? I want to say of Spanish descent creators, which definitely comes through in the translation. This is going to sound really bad on me, but it's kind of what I thought when I first started up the game, and or the demo rather. You can read your character's journal off the bat, and there's a lot of pages missing. A lot of the game is finding those pages. I thought the character was a high-functioning autistic. That's not like meant as an insult at all. I actually thought it was kind of cool that they'd have someone like that as their protagonist, and then I realized that it was just the writing or the translation being really weird. It's awkward. It reads like a translation. If you've done translation work or read a lot of translated works, it reads like a translation. It doesn't flow naturally. The dialogue's kind of stilted in places. Not that there's that much of it, really. The story is about as basic as you can get. It's a zombie apocalypse game. It's just a side scroll. It's a side scrolling Left 4 Dead is what I originally took it for. But yeah, I thought the character was a high functioning autistic, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. That's quite a step to take, featuring a character like that. And then, no, that wasn't the case. The writing was just kind of icky. The story is about as basic as you can get. There's no real curves it throws. The setting is kind of unique, and it takes place in like it looks at zombie apocalypse in Seattle in 1986. But it's kind of a much more grim 86 because of that. One thing that I thought was really weird is it's an Xbox game, so it has achievements. All of the achievements are titled after songs. The rest of the game doesn't have any sort of connection like that, like even a little bit. I mean, I have to check and see if they're all 80s songs. I think they all are, which I guess makes sense since it takes place in 86. That's kind of where I made the connection. But still, that's really odd. Because the game doesn't take advantage of that setting very much at all. You see a lot more about the 60s than you do the 80s, which is weird. A lot of what you do is finding mementos that are hidden around from different people. And you'll find like scraps about attacks in Vietnam, a picture of a soldier going to fight in Vietnam, and then an article about the Cuban Missile Crisis. Wow, my brain farted there. Including a rather damning portrayal of Kennedy for some reason, which is totally out of left field and honestly kind of strange. The whole thing is just really, really weird in that aspect. There's a lot of little things that make this game very strange. The biggest deterrent is the price. It's kind of pricey right now. I know this is going to be a real short review, so I'm just going to sum it up right like this. If you play the demo and you really like the demo, because like I said, the demo is very good, and you've got the spare cash laying around, and you don't get super frustrated at controls, you know, pick it up, give it a shot. Otherwise, you can probably afford to skip it. Unless you are going for the whole Summer of Arcade thing on Xbox, and if you are, then that's fantastic, I suppose. But yeah, unless you're really devoted to that type of game, the whole Prince of Persia, Flashback, Another World, Mirror's Edge. There's even like a little bit of Portal in the puzzle solving. In fact, it could have used a little bit more of Portal and Portal 2 in there, just with the puzzle solving. There's way too much just flat out and out platforming. It could have used some puzzle solving. That would have been pretty cool. But what they have is very well done. There's just not enough of it. The game's kind of short, really. But yeah, like I said, if what I've said appeals to you and you don't get super frustrated at controls, pick it up. You know, can't hurt. Otherwise, skip it. That's really all there is. I'm gonna try and do some Cry of Fear today if I can. I hope I can. If I can't, then I can't. I don't know what to tell you. So this is Chris signing off, and I'll talk to everybody later.